Hi, hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you are all hale and hearty. And in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about a very important part of forebrain or prosencephalon that is called as diencephalon. Let's talk about this important part and all the necessary functions and the structures which are present in this diencephalon. Before discussing this diencephalon, I should remind here one thing that previously we discussed about three parts of the brain: forebrain, prosencephalon, midbrain, and the hindbrain. In the forebrain, we talked about three important structures. One is cerebrum, second is diencephalon, and the third one are olfactory lobes. Right? You can go through my lecture if you're not clear about this cerebrum, and you can find its functions and structure. So we are done with this. Now we are going to discuss about this diencephalon. What is this diencephalon? When we move to the forebrain, which is a very important part of our brain, where we discuss the structures of the cerebrum and the cerebral cortex. This is the corpus callosum. Okay, corpus callosum, it has got two folds, anterior fold and the posterior fold. This anterior fold we call as a genu, okay, and this fold is called as splenium. And with this corpus callosum, there is one more, this groove which is coming out of this main corpus callosum structure. This is called as fornix. I hope this is clear to you people in the previous lecture which we discussed. Now, अगर आप इस corpus callosum के स्ट्रक्चर के नीचे देखेंगे, यहाँ पे जो fornix का पार्ट है और यहाँ पे जो स्प्लेनियम का पार्ट है, बिल्कुल यहाँ पे एक रीजन है. दिस इज अ वेरी थिन रीजन, एंड ये जो रीजन है ना, इसमें नर्व सेल्स का कोई एग्जिस्टेंस नहीं है, यानी यहाँ पे इस रीजन में कोई भी नर्व सेल मौजूद नहीं है. ठीक है, तो ये जो रीजन है, ये असल में डायेंसेफेलॉन का एक पार्ट बनाता है, जिसको हम एपिथैलेमस बोलते हैं. Epithalamus, right? So when we talk about this diencephalon here, this diencephalon is comprised of three structures. One structure is epithalamus, okay, and the second structure, that is thalamus, right, and the third structure, that is called as hypothalamus. So when we discuss about this diencephalon, we are going to talk about three differential parts of this diencephalon. One is epithalamus, thalamus, and hypothalamus. All these three parts, they integrate together to form a structure that is called as a diencephalon. I hope now it's clear. तो जब हम इस epithalamus की बात करते हैं, epithalamus जो है, this is that region which is without nerve cells. There's no nerve cell present in it. And when you will see in this epithalamus, if we are going to consider the ventral view of the brain, अगर हम इस ब्रेन का स्ट्रक्चर, जो इसका निचला वाला हिस्सा है, अगर हम इसको इस तरह से दिखाएंगे, तो हमें ये जो एपिथैलेमस है ना, ये इस तरह से डिस्क्लोज होगा, और इस एपिथैलेमस में हमें एंटीरियर फोल्डेड स्ट्रक्चर एक मिलता है, एंटीरियर फोल्डेड स्ट्रक्चर मिलता है, जो काफी थिन होता है. इसका नाम है कोराइड प्लेकस. Now, this choroid placus, which is present in the epithalamus, in the anterior region of the epithalamus, this choroid plexus is basically functioning in the production of CSF, cerebrospinal fluid, okay, which keeps brain wet and gives a function of cushion or the shock absorber to this brain. Now, if you will consider now this epithalamus, it has got posterior region, anterior region that is folded in the form of a structure that forms the choroid plexus, and the posterior region of this epithalamus. This forms one more structure, that is pineal stalk. What is this pineal stalk? Let me have a small, explanation about this part. When we move through this epithalamus, in the anterior part there is present choroid plexus, but when you will go posterior to this epithalamus, you will find a structure here. This is a small ball-like structure, and this ball-like structure is called as a pineal gland. Very important, pineal gland. But this pineal gland is an outgrowth from a small stalk-like structure which holds this pineal gland in place, right? So pineal gland, at the end of this pineal gland, at the end of this pineal stalk, there is a pineal gland. Pineal gland is an important endocrine gland. Okay, this pineal gland produces a hormone that's called as melatonin. Now, what is the function of this melatonin? So indirectly we can say, what is the main function of this epithalamus? Yes, of course. See, when we talk about the function of this epithalamus, it controls sleep and awake cycle. Whenever we feel sleep, this center gets activated, and in the morning when we are done with the sleep and we have to rise early in the morning, all the signals which are associated with this awakening and the sleeping, they are present in this epithalamus, and where basically in this pineal gland which is present there. Okay, now this is also sometimes referred as circadian rhythm. Awake and sleep cycle, this is circadian rhythm. Now, moving to the thalamus. This thalamus is basically situated here. Sorry, this is situated here. Small eye-like structure, small ball-like structure, the outgrowth. This is called as a thalamus. Okay. Now, this thalamus is composed of gray matter, right? It is composed of gray matter, and one important function of this thalamus is this: it processes or relays all sensory signals. In our cerebral cortex, there are different areas. They are called as sensory regions, and all the sensory regions which are related with our vision, which are related with our hearing, but except olfactory signals. They transmit and relay all this, they process all the signals, but except olfactory signals, which is very important. So this thalamus is a processor, it is a relayer of all the sensory signals in our body, right? So now, moving to this part, this is called as hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a region which is located here. Below the thalamus, there is hypothalamus. And this hypothalamus is connected with a small, here it is a gland, this is called as a pituitary gland. Okay. This is this hypothalamus is connected with a gland, a very important gland that is called as a pituitary gland. The connection, if this is a small pituitary gland here, here is a hypothalamus. They have a connection here. This connection is called as infundibulum. A direct connection between hypothalamus and pituitary gland. That's called as infundibulum. Now, what is this hypothalamus all about? What are its functions? Okay, see, hypothalamus, it is a center for appetite, hunger, sexual arousal, very important, sexual arousal. It is also a center of coordination, and a very important thing which is worthy to be mentioned here. This hypothalamus acts as a thermostat of our body. The normal regulation of our body temperature, that is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, it gives a sense of regulation or the homeostasis, how our body is going to maintain this temperature here. Okay, so here I think everything is clear to you. I'm going to revise it again. This is diencephalon. Diencephalon is an important part of our forebrain or prosencephalon. Diencephalon is composed of three parts. One is epithalamus, second is thalamus, and this is hypothalamus. Here you can see in short, this is epithalamus, and here it is thalamus, and here it is hypothalamus. This hypothalamus is connected with this pituitary gland with the small stalk that's called as infundibulum, and these are all the functions which I have stated here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.